When Lauren got home from work that evening, something immediately felt off. The apartment was unusually clean, the shoes perfectly aligned, and the smell of home-cooked food hung in the air, a rare occurrence in their household. Then Jason, her husband, handed her a small bouquet of tulips. "Don't scare me," Lauren said, narrowing her eyes. "What's going on?" Jason smiled nervously. "What? Can't a husband do something nice for his wife once in a while?" "Sure," she said slowly, setting her bag down. "But the last time you cooked and cleaned like this, we ended up babysitting your cousin's triplets for a week." He chuckled, then sat down at the table with a serious expression. "My mom's coming to visit." Lauren froze. "She's coming here." Jason nodded. "But it's just a visit, I swear. She's staying at a hotel. You just have to be polite and kind. That's it." Lauren's appetite vanished. Jason's mom Elaine was not exactly known for her easygoing nature. In fact, the last time she came to visit, she had caused a scene at their wedding because they offered to put her up in a hotel like the rest of the guests. She had cried, shouted, and accused them of trying to get rid of her. Lauren still remembered that Elaine had insisted on staying in their one-bedroom apartment, forcing the newlyweds to sleep in a hotel instead. And when Lauren refused to grovel afterward, Elaine had lashed out. "You think you're so special just because you married my son. Don't forget who raised him. All I have to do is say a few words, and he'll leave you so fast your head will spin." Lauren had laughed in her face. Now 2 years had passed with minimal contact. And suddenly, Elaine was back and claiming she'd stay at a hotel. Not likely. Something wasn't right. That night Lauren couldn't sleep. Jason was snoring peacefully beside her, but her mind kept racing. Something about his mother's sudden visit didn't sit right. Elaine staying in a hotel just didn't track. She turned to Jason and asked quietly, "Are you sure your mom's staying at the hotel?" He mumbled something incoherent and rolled over. Lauren's suspicions only grew. When she woke the next morning, Jason was already gone even though it was their day off. Her stomach sank. She called him. "Hey," he answered cheerfully. "I'm just getting back now. I ran out to get some pastries. Put on the kettle, I'll be home in a sec." Lauren hung up and stared at the wall. Something didn't feel right, and she knew it wasn't going to leave her until she figured it out herself. She didn't say anything that morning. Instead, when Jason left again to go meet his mom, she quietly followed him. He took a taxi, so she took the car and tailed him at a distance. He stopped at the hotel. Lauren parked nearby, waited a few minutes, and then walked in. "Checking in?" the woman at the front desk asked with a smile. "No, I'm visiting someone. Elaine Carter. My husband gave me the room number but I forgot it." "Surprise visit," she added, slipping a folded bill across the counter. "Please don't call up." "Of course," the receptionist replied smoothly. "She's in room 236, second floor." "Thank you." Lauren made her way upstairs, heart pounding. She stopped in front of room 236 and pressed her ear to the door. "I'm just saying, Mom, Lauren's not going to like this." Jason's voice was tense. Elaine's tone was sugary sweet. "Honey, what Lauren doesn't know won't hurt her. This is just a little reunion." Jason sighed. "You're the one who said you hadn't seen Nina in years." "And I hadn't. But now look at her. She's stunning. Successful. Still single. It's such a shame she's alone. You two had such a special connection, remember?" Lauren's stomach twisted. Nina. She remembered the name. Jason had told her about an old high school fling who'd claimed she was pregnant, but things fell apart quickly and his mom had made sure that girl disappeared from their lives. That was Nina. Right then, someone tapped Lauren on the shoulder. She turned and found herself staring at a pretty blonde woman, dressed in a crisp white blouse and designer flats. "You must be Nina," Lauren said coolly, plastering on a smile. "I'm Jason's wife. And I'm a huge fan of boxing, kickboxing, and the occasional street fight. You know, just to let off steam. Especially when some random woman thinks she can sneak into my life." She balled her fist for emphasis. Nina blanched and took a step back. I think I should go. I didn't mean to cause. I mean your husband spoke so highly. Lauren leaned in. Leave. Now. Nina bolted down the hall without another word. Just as the elevator dinged and Lauren turned to leave, the door behind her creaked open. Elaine's head poked out. What's all this noise? Lauren. Where's Nina? Lauren smiled sweetly. She remembered she has a daughter who misses her. Had to rush home. He sends her best. Said it was lovely catching up. Jason appeared behind his mother, looking like he'd seen a ghost. Lauren raised an eyebrow. Unless you'd like a divorce and a new fiancée, Nina, maybe. You're coming home. Now. Elaine gasped. You're just going to leave me here alone? Lauren took a step forward, eyes locked on Elaine's. Yes, him. And if you ever meddle in our marriage again, I will personally make sure you regret it. She grabbed Jason by the hand and tugged him toward the stairs. Behind them, Elaine stood frozen in the hallway. Jason glanced at Lauren, guilt and admiration in his eyes. You didn't even need me to handle it. Lauren smirked. You're damn right I didn't. As they stepped outside, Jason stopped by the car and turned to her. You didn't have to come all the way there, you know, he said sheepishly. Lauren raised an eyebrow. Didn't I? You were hiding things. You lied to me. I didn't lie. You omitted, which is the same thing when it comes to your mother scheming to bring your ex into town. Jason looked at the ground. I should have told you. I didn't want to upset you. I figured I'd handle it before it got out of hand. Lauren crossed her arms. And how'd that plan work out for you? He gave her a lopsided smile. Not great. She sighed and unlocked the car. Get in. We're going home. And tonight you're taking me out for dinner. Real one. With candles. And no in-laws. Jason laughed. Done. That night, as they sat at a cozy restaurant tucked away from the chaos, Lauren looked across the table at her husband. Really looked. He seemed lighter, less burdened. Maybe it was the candlelight. Or maybe, just maybe, he was finally starting to see that his marriage came first. I'm proud of you, he said suddenly. Lauren blinked. What for? For standing up for yourself. For us. He shrugged. Someone has to. Jason reached across the table and took her hand. I love you. Lauren squeezed his fingers gently. I know. Just remember that the next time your mother tries to pull something. A week passed. Lauren hadn't heard a word from Elaine, not a text, not a call. It was bliss. Jason seemed more relaxed too. He was home earlier, helping around the house, even booking a weekend trip for the two of them. But Lauren wasn't naive. She knew this peace might be temporary. One evening, as she folded laundry, her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She hesitated, then answered. Hello. A woman's voice, soft, sugar-sweet, floated through the line. Hi, Lauren. It's Chloe. Lauren's spine straightened. I don't think we have anything to talk about. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. For everything. I didn't know Elaine was manipulating things. Lauren remained silent. Chloe continued. I also wanted you to know I turned down the job. The one in the city. I'm moving back to California. Good for you, Lauren said, still cautious. I'm not here to stir anything up. Just wishing you and Jason all the best. He's a good man. Don't let his mother ruin that. Lauren exhaled slowly. Thanks. Blick. She stood there staring at the phone. Chloe might have been genuine. Or maybe it was another move in Elaine's twisted game. Either way, she wasn't going to let it shake her. She walked into the kitchen where Jason was chopping vegetables. He looked up. Everything okay? Lauren smiled. Everything's just fine. She wrapped her arms around him from behind, resting her chin on his shoulder. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. That night, as Jason drifted off to sleep, Lauren lay awake beside him, staring at the ceiling. She thought about everything. The manipulation, the doubts, the emotional roller coaster Elaine had tried to strap them all into. And then she thought about Jason, how he had stayed, how he had chosen her. She turned to look at him. peaceful finally. He looked younger like this. After. She gently kissed his forehead and whispered, "You're mine. And I'm not giving you up." The next morning, she woke up to the smell of coffee and the sound of Jason humming in the kitchen. He handed her a cup with a grin. "I was thinking, we should start looking at houses." Lauren blinked. Houses? A real one. Bigger. With a backyard. Maybe even a puppy. Her eyes welled up. Not because of the house. Or the coffee. Or the dog. But because in that moment, she knew no matter what games Elaine played, no matter who tried to come between them, they were building something stronger. Something real. Something that was entirely theirs.